Dating in 2024, weird for anybody else.
You blew it.
You ask her.
Oh, I would, but she just doesn't take me seriously.
It's like bare minimum. Like, I just like communication.
You blew it.
This Henny got me feeling crazy.
Men following people on Instagram. Didn't mean when you DM'd me and asked to take me on a date. And then we ended up dating for however long.
You blew it.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another short video. I hope you are all having a great day so far. Today we're going to be looking at two clips. One of them is someone who is having a hard time dating. You know how it goes for some of these women. They just cannot find that perfect man, and then they'll keep trying. They will keep trying, and they will keep complaining, and we will keep covering it on this channel. So there's that. This next individual we're going to look at, I actually did watch through both of these clips, and this next woman actually is a hypocrite, you know, and we all love hypocrites around here. So thank you all for joining in. Again, my name is Ratboi, and let's go ahead and get into it.
Okay, is it just me? Or is, like, dating in 2024 weird for anybody else?
Yeah, it's weird. It's just, it's actually really dumb too. You know, if you're on dating apps, let me just give you some advice. Don't.
Like, are my expectations just too fucking high? I don't feel like I'm asking for that much. It's like bare minimum. Like, I just like communication.
Okay, and here we go. We go with the bare minimum with this communication, but here's the problem. This is the problem that we're having here, and we continue to see this over and over again, is that these women keep going for the guys that have about 6 or 7, you know, women that are already on their roster. They sort of orbit around this dude. He calls them up, and a lot of these guys have one for every night of the week. Let's be real, you know. And so trying to fit you in is kind of a task for these dudes. So they're, yeah, it's going to be a communication issue for sure. And also 9 times out of 10, whatever these dudes tell you, they're just lying. So it really doesn't matter anyways.
You know, maybe feeling like there's not like 6 million other people messaging you and you're actually interested in me.
You know, the saddest part about this is that she's actually attractive. You know, she is attractive. She could probably have any guy, but the guys she's going for, the 6'2s, you know, the guys that are 6 feet tall, you know, they have the big bank accounts and the nice car, you know, they have plenty of women around them that would probably look better than this woman here. But I mean, this is the reality of online dating. A lot of women go through this, and unfortunately, a lot of them learn the hard way when it's too late, when they've hit the wall and there's no turning back, unfortunately.
No, but like, men really be giving off like mid vibes. Like, you go from being in a relationship with somebody to talking about what your favorite color is.
And let's talk about mid-vibe, because I mean, I want to just make an assumption here, but maybe that's you. You know, maybe you need to change what you're doing. I kind of think you're choosing the wrong men, because there's a lot of good guys out there. Maybe some of them are on dating apps. I don't know. I'm not on dating apps, so there's no way for me to know. But maybe there's some good guys on dating apps you can communicate with, you can share stories with, that will be more than happy to talk to you, but you don't want to do that. You want to go for the dudes that are possibly in multiple relationships, and some of them might even be married. With, you know, if you want to go down that road, sure, why not?
And what your hobbies are. And it's like, it's exhausting, dude.
And let me just show you how this is very, this isn't common to have a woman that doesn't have all of the injections and the fillers and the neck tattoos. And so this isn't a common occurrence, so she has a lot going for her. She doesn't have any facial piercing. She's quite attractive. She could probably get any guy she wants, but she doesn't want to do that. She wants to go after the unattainable men and then get on TikTok and complain about it.
I'm just not built for this. And then you get through all of that, and then it's sayonara. Start over again. Like, it can't just be me. Does anybody else have these struggles? It can't just be me.
It's a lot of women. It's a lot of women. It's not just you, I promise. But let's forget about her. This next one, no, this next video scared me. I'll be honest. I'm scared of this lady. I'm scared of her face. And let's just go ahead and get it over with.
There's one thing we're not going to do this year. It is make excuses for men. I feel like most girls can relate to this, where you just wake up one day and you feel like you've been in a coma for however many months. But that was me, just disgusted by what your past self just let go under the radar. I recently was listening to a podcast that was talking about this, and I've seen a lot of TikToks about it, about men following people on Instagram, / I guess liking photos. But in my instance, it was following people on Instagram. There's a lot of arguments to support men from men that don't read into it. It's not that big of a deal.
Most men don't care. 99% of men do not care. But let me make something very clear, that if you are a moderately attractive woman, or just a woman in general, let's just put it that way, social networks like Facebook, Instagram, even TikTok, are going to be dating websites for these women, because men will just hit them up in the DMs and start chatting with them. That's just the bottom line. So I don't think it's the men that are the problem. Maybe it's the women, but we don't want to have that conversation.
Means nothing. Well, it did mean something when you met me by sliding into my DMs. What did it mean when you DM'd me and asked to take me on a date? And then we ended up dating for however long.
But you accepted the date. You chose to date. Oh my God. This is maybe you should get off of Instagram. How about that?
I'm not supposed to be upset when you then go follow other girls on Instagram. Tell me how that math is mathing. Even worse, when you are following girls who are like 10 to 15 years younger than you. That is called gaslighting at its finest. Guys will also say, you don't need to read into it. It doesn't mean anything.
These women, they will literally say anything to just fill the air. It's all just cope at this point. She can't look inward and say, maybe I was the issue, because maybe I shouldn't be going on dates with dudes that fall into my DMs on Instagram. So maybe that's a you issue, because you don't have to answer them back. You can actually block people on social media if you want to, but you don't want to.
Once again, I'm not reading into it. I'm taking it at face value. And what the face value is, the same men who will say their time is precious to them, their energy is precious to them. Why would you waste your time following things on Instagram that you're not interested in? There is no reading into it done when you are blatantly displaying to the public exactly what you're interested in. I'm pretty sure if you looked through my Instagram following list, you would get a very good idea of who I am as a person.
Wait, so what you're trying to tell me is the Chad that hit you up on Instagram that you started a situationship with, he's acting like a Chad? Oh my gosh, that is unheard of. Dumbass.
And at anything, I am an educated, smart enough woman to know that anything that I put out on the internet is a direct reflection of me and is being subject to other people's interpretation, because I'm not there to tell them the story.
And how much you want to bet? I don't know who this lady is. I'm not hunting down her Instagram. But how much do you want to bet she posts her body online? You can just tell by her face. She has the injections, the fillers, the Botox, the lifts, and she's done all that. So yeah, she's definitely plastered all over social media to get attention. Let's be real. She wants attention from men. That's why she's accepting dates from men on Instagram. It doesn't take, a 2-year-old can put the pieces of this puzzle together. Jeez.
Tell me exactly what I'm supposed to interpret from you following just a whole bunch of women. And photographers, local photographers who take pictures of these women on your own Instagram. But y'all are supposed to be the smart ones, huh? I was told for months not to care about who this guy followed on Instagram, and guess who he started dating once we stopped? The answer is in his following list. Some guys have smartened up. I'm not saying this is completely mutually exclusive, and I am sick of hearing the men are visual excuse. Visualize yourself in therapy and me not being in your life. Anyway, that is...
Nobody cares. Nobody needs therapy. If anyone needs to see someone, it's probably you. If I want to be 100% honest, you probably have some body dysmorphia going on that needs to be addressed. That, I'm gonna be honest, no amount of fillers and lifts and surgeries are gonna fix that. You're still gonna have the issue. You need to kind of get to the root of the problem to kind of fix that. But no, it's the men's fault. It's all the men's fault. It's not your fault for accepting the date from the strange man that DM'd you on Instagram. It's his fault for trying to get a date with you. This does not make any sense.
My rant that I have just been stewing on
your
lately.
rant.
It's time for the girlies to stop making excuses. When they show you who they are for the first time, believe them.
And again, that's your problem. I guess you chose to ignore all the red flags because he met all of the qualifications of the perfect guy for you. But we're not going to talk about that either. You'll see with a lot of these clips, you just can't talk about stuff because it kind of pokes holes in their logic, which, if you want to call it logic, I think it's just a bunch of bullshit. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. That's going to be it for today's video. And again, my name is Ratboi. I am out.